What's going on this Thursday? Let's talk some portal. Today, Tennessee set to, as of right now, host 2 visitors this weekend. Obviously, lots of needs on this team. You know, what's the latest is we did have another guy announce he is returning. Troy Henderson announced that yesterday, which I like that as well. But, make sure you hit the like, the share, the subscribe. Let's hit this thing. My plan today is talk portal here. I do want to talk some Lady Vols later, and then I want to talk some baseball. Rotation was announced, no change from last weekend, but I've not talked baseball in about a week or so, so I want to try to get all that in today. But let's start with portal here. It's been reported. I'm not sure if it was Joe Tipton. I know Mike Wilson, Grant Ramey, VolQuest.com have talked about it as well, but Tennessee's set to host Cal transfer guard Dayday Ames and Loyola Chicago big man Miles Rubin this weekend. Looking at both of these guys too, and I mean, you look at what Tennessee has as of right now. Dwayne Brown announced he's coming back. Troy Henderson, after it was reported he was going to enter the portal, he never did actually enter the portal. He announced he's coming back. As of right now, Ethan Berg is still with the team as well. Of course, we still got Nate Amen as well. I just can't see it. I just can't see Nate Amen coming back. Would love to have him back. Don't get me wrong on that, but I just can't see it. And then you've got Tyler Lundblade coming in from Belmont as well. One thing you look at with Lundblade and now with Dayday Ames, these guys can shoot. And not only can they shoot threes, they can shoot free throws as well. Let's look at a little bit of Dayday Ames highlights here. I like what I've seen on this one. I can't sit here and tell you I don't watch a ton of college basketball outside of Tennessee or when it's March Madness. So I, of course, go look at this dude's stats, go look at some of his video here as well. He brings an element that I feel Tennessee's not had in a couple years at the 2 guard spot. I thought Jordan Gainey brought a little bit of it last year. Because Chaz Lanier was mainly – Chaz could drive it occasionally. Don't get me wrong on that one, but Chaz was mainly a shooter. Ames can shoot and he can drive. Here, let's pull that up and take a look at some of his highlights here. Make sure that's muted. Any of your visitors, shut it down as quick as you possibly can on that. And good video on him. We'll stop that share because I want to look at other visitors as well here in a minute. But that's a concrete name that we know is definitely visiting in Dayday Ames. The second one's Miles Rubin, Loyola Chicago. He's a big guy. I've watched some of his highlights. I'm going to put on a little bit of a highlight video here. You're going to see some similarities in what Tennessee's ran the last couple of years with Felix Okpara. Definitely a lot of alley-oops in there. Rubin is a more athletic Felix Okpara, though. He can dribble to the rim. He's an excellent passer. It looks like he's going to block shots as well. That's what Tennessee needs. They need big guys who can block shots. And Tennessee's in on numerous names here as well. So let's look at Miles Rubin's highlights here. And from what I've gathered on this, I think Amoro Morgan may have some kind of connection with Ames and possibly Rubin. Both of them are from Illinois, based on what I know. So let's look at Rubin. Here we go. We'll kind of look at him. So he is going to be number 24 right here. He set the screen. Here you go. This looks familiar. Alley-oop. I think from what I've seen, he's 6'10". Now he's a little lighter than Okpara. But again, I mean, you see it right here. Dude puts the ball on the ground and takes it to the rim. Here, another alley-oop right here. I've not seen, based on what little I've watched of it, his shot, if he's more of a guy. But from what I've seen, though, Mike Wilson, Grant Ramey talked about it. He does have some offensive game. Rubin does. You can see there he passes. So his stats last year was 11.3 points, 7.1 on the rebounds. Looking at his stats, too, he was most recently – this season, 58.5% field goal. No three-pointers. Definitely not a three-point shooter. 54.3 at the foul line. That's something that reared its ugly head numerous times for Tennessee. But here's the consistent 2.3 blocks per game. He's averaged that all 3 years at Loyola Chicago. So that's what Tennessee needs in replacing Felix Akpara, is that he averaged 2 offensive rebounds per game this year, 5.1 defensively. That fits in perfectly if Tennessee can lock that one up as well, because Tennessee needs big guys. Tennessee needs everything basically right now, but they definitely need to add some big guys. They need to add, that let me cut that off. They definitely need to add that dude who can protect the rim, if not numerous guys who can protect the rim as well. And see, another name I saw, let me look at it. It's the guy from Seton Hall. I know that right now. Let me see if I can look at just portal rankings here. All right, let's see what we got here, because I got a pretty good idea of this dude from Seton Hall. Here we go. Player rankings. Oh, that's football. Okay, well, anywho, we'll see what we can find on that one. But I'll have to do my research on. I know it's a dude from Seton Hall that Tennessee's talked to. If I could find the rankings here, because the name slips me. All right, let me go back to where I was on here. But Tennessee's definitely doing their due diligence here with big men. We've not heard we've not really heard of I've seen names. All right, let's put it that way. I've seen names on it. I want to William Pattison, dude who looks like Tennessee for Fox Sports Knoxville's had some good stuff on Twitter as well. I've not listened to his stuff, but he's kept a pretty good list of it. He's one of the better guys I've followed on this so far. And he actually posted this earlier. This is pretty interesting here. So if you follow on Twitter, William Pattison, Patteson, but obviously you got Tyler Lundblade in the fold. Visits from Rubin, Ames this weekend. We keep hearing the name Thomas Dowd from Troy. That's been mentioned. Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee on it. Tennessee's working to get a visit there. Najee Hines is the guy from Seton Hall. It's another dude who would be a big pickup for them. Tennessee supposedly has Zoomed with him, so if they can get him on campus. And I stand corrected. Juke Harris is not a point guard. I for some reason, was thinking Juke Harris was recruited as a point guard when he came. He's a guard wing, averaged over 21 last season at Wake Forest. He's one of the top guys in the portal. If you're Tennessee, you got to hope that past relationship in recruiting when it came down to Tennessee and Wake Forest can pay off there as well. Some other options that have been mentioned: Terrence Hill Jr., guard from VCU. Pattison linked some other dudes here: Preston Edmead from Hofstra, Colby Garland, San Jose State, Joel Foxwell from Portland, Emmett Adair from Loyola, Maryland. And there's a JUCO guy that claims interest, Matt. It's Mbole. So I don't know much about him. Of course, you got Troy Henderson back, Dwayne Brown back as well. Tennessee was mentioned with Bryson Tiller. Pattison saying that Tennessee's likely out of the mix for him. So it's going to be an ever-changing board, especially with Tennessee right now basically having – I'm not really counting Ament because, again, I'll be shocked if he doesn't go pro on it. Berg – I mean, the longer it goes, it seems like Berg may be back. And the way Berg really kind of dug in at the end of the year, I'll take it. I'll respect it. He earned a role, and he provided some pretty vital minutes late in the season. I could handle him coming back, especially him, a little older guy here as well. You're going to be mixing around, and he, I think, would help with the culture. He was a guy who bought in, and it wasn't an easy year for him, but he would definitely help with that as well. And of course, they're not going to bring guys in if they don't fit the culture. That's just it with Rick Barnes and company. But I said this earlier in the week, and I'll link it then. This is a major, major opportunity for Tennessee to upgrade this roster and get over that hump and go from Elite 8 Rick to Final Four Rick next year. This is Frank. This is the House of Orange. I will see you when I see you.